Namaste, good morning, and welcome to today's hatha class where we continue to focus on this concept of freedom. And we're going to look at the concept of freedom in terms of spirituality. What is spiritual freedom? What does it mean to be spiritually free? How do you experience your spirituality from a space of absolute freedom? So I saw this beautiful quote I love this book. It's the Book of Awakening from Mark Nepo, and it's basically 365 days of little lessons. And he gives this quote from Kabir, which says, "If you can't cross over alive, how can you cross over when you're dead?" And I think if you just allow that to settle with you for a moment and try and see what it might mean for you. But for me, what that means is if you can't cross over alive, if you can't experience the divine while you're alive, how can you experience the divine when you're dead? So, what does that mean? Do we all just live this life on earth waiting to meet the divine in our death? Or do we see this life as a beautiful opportunity to experience the divine in absolutely everything that we do? Now, as most of you know, when I speak about God or the divine in yoga, I'm speaking in a very general sense. We talk about God as being the generator, the organizer, and the destroyer, God. So it's that energy that turns the seed into the flower. It's that energy that creates life, that sustains life, and that destroys life. Now, you may be an atheist and not believe in the concept of God or any kind of higher power. But what is it that you believe drives that force that creates life, that sustains life, and that destroys life? Because that's the energy that we're tapping into with our spirituality. For some of you, it may be that you find your spirituality in religion. And however you approach that religion is your way of connecting with the divine. For others of you, it may be that you connect with the divine through nature. Just seeing the beauty and magnificence of creation is your connection to the divine. But however you do it, we have to ensure that we feel that connection, that we recognize the spirituality that exists in all things. In every aspect of our lives is this divine spirituality that exists. Now, how do we find freedom within that spirituality? How do we find freedom to express ourselves and the way we connect to all that is in a way that is so beautiful and so personal? And that is a journey we embark on in this experience of freedom from a spiritual perspective. Even if you are religious and it seems like there are rules and specific ways of connecting to the divine, even in that you will find your own freedom. So we think about spiritual freedom as our ability to connect in this lifetime while we're alive, while we can still experience it with the divine. As we practice today, feel that freedom to move your body, to set your mind free, and to find your divine connection, knowing that everything we experience comes through this human form. There is no experience we can have while we're alive that doesn't come through this human form. Each breath is a divine miracle, each step is a divine miracle, and each word we speak is a divine miracle. And we're going to move through this class today holding that in our awareness. So you can come to a beautiful cross-legged posture, tucking your tailbone under and lengthening your spine, relaxing your shoulders. Neck tucks very gently in towards your throat, spine lengthens. Jaw softens, tongue relaxes, shoulders relax. And bring your hands together. Rubbing your hands together and coming to your heart center, reaching up through your spine, If it feels safe, closing your eyes and take a beautiful long deep inhalation and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And let's inhale to begin with 3 arms. And as you feel that divine vibration moving through your body, allow yourself to connect to the primal wisdom of all that is, to the wisdom of the oceans and the skies, the wisdom of the trees and the plants and the animals, to that divine wisdom of all humanity, and most importantly, to the infinite divine wisdom within you. Beautiful. And then come into your hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And let's just start with some cat and cow. So inhale, drop your belly down and look up. And exhale, curl up. Let's start moving really slowly, just feeling that beautiful movement all the way through your spine. Start to notice your breath and keep your breath in a beautiful rhythm, consciously and intentionally with your movement. That's it, beautiful. See if you can slowly stretch out, feeling this between your shoulder blades. And then curling your spine upwards into cat pose. And now just start to rotate your hips and let this movement be really organic, stretching where you need to. Maybe you pause a little bit on one side. Let your body lead you, always, of course, trusting that your body knows what it needs. And then let's change direction. And just let your body move in the way that it knows it needs to. That's it. Feel a lot of freedom with this movement. Notice if your head wants to come up or tuck down. And then let's come back to neutral. Tuck your toes under, straighten your legs, press your heels down to the mat, press your chest towards your thighs. Relax your head, relax your neck. Lift your tailbone up, heels down. And again, walking out your feet, lengthening through the back of your legs. Feel this freedom in your movement. Be very conscious of your breathing, keeping your breathing intentional, purposeful. And come back to neutral. And again, we're going to rotate the hips. So tucking the belly in towards the spine and just allowing the body to move now in a way that feels really good and really supportive. Come back to center, change direction. Play around with this movement. Let it feel very natural, very organic. And then come back to neutral. Take a few seconds here in down dog. And then look up between your palms. And bring your feet between your hands in whatever way feels natural. Maybe walking your feet to your hands, maybe you jump, whatever feels natural. Grab hold of your elbows, relax your head, relax your neck, lift your tailbone. Maybe your knees are slightly softened here. Head and neck are completely relaxed. Really make sure there's no tension in your neck. And then drop your arms and curl all the way up, coming to Tadasana. Beautiful. Big toes touch, tailbone tucks under, belly nice and strong, arms at your sides. Beautiful. Take a lovely, long, deep inhale. And then exhale and draw your palms together. Inhale, reach up and arch backwards. Exhale, bring your palms down to the mat. Fingertips are in line with your toes, palms are flat, so maybe you need to bend your knees to start with. Head and neck relaxed. And we're going to move very slowly through Surya Namaskar today, with an emphasis on connecting to your body and feeling what your body needs. Deep breath in. And exhale, step your right leg all the way back, drop your right knee to the mat and look up. Soften through your hips. Gazes upwards. Open your chest. Maybe you need to roll your shoulders backwards. Feel if there's anything you can do to feel more comfortable in this posture. Beautiful. Tuck your right toes under and step all the way back to plank with your body in a nice straight line. Make sure your hips aren't collapsing, your bottom isn't sticking up. It's a beautiful straight line. Good. And then drop your knees, drop your chest, and slide into cobra. Elbows tuck in, shoulders pull away from your ears, head gazes upwards. Toes tuck under, straighten your legs, and push back into inverted V. Keep your belly engaged. Check that your head and neck are relaxed. And keep encouraging your heels down to the mat. See if you can evenly distribute the weight in your hands. And on your next inhale, step your right foot forwards, drop your left knee to the mat, and look up. Step the other leg forwards. Inhale, reaching up, arching back, and exhale, palms to the mat. Step your left leg now all the way back. Drop the left knee to the floor. Look up. Soften your hips. See what you can do to become more comfortable, more settled in this posture. Gazing upwards, sinking hips down. And then tuck your left toes under, step back to plank. Exhale, knees and chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, inverted V. Breathing here. Give your body what it needs. See how you can connect to the divine through your body. If you can find connection right here in even the smallest moments. And step your left foot forwards, drop your right knee to the mat, look up. Beautiful, other leg steps forwards. Inhale, reach up, arch back. And exhale, come to Tadasana. Breathing into it. Inhale and exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up, arch back. Exhale, palms to the mat. Right leg all the way back. Right knee on the floor, look up. Other leg back. Plank. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right foot forwards. Exhale, left. Inhale. And exhale. Left leg back. Other leg back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left foot forwards, right knee on the floor, look up. Other leg forwards. And inhale, reach up, arch back. Exhale, palms together. And coming to Tadasana, feel what you're feeling. Notice your breath. Feel the sensations of the breath as it moves through your body. And experience your breath as your connection to all divinity. Feel God in your breath. Generator, organizer, destroyer. On your next inhale, take both arms up into prayer position above your head. You can cross over your thumbs if that feels more comfortable for you. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Strongly engage your belly and tuck your tailbone under. Now we're going to bend over to the side, and you need to make sure that your shoulders and your hips stay in alignment. If your chest bends forward or you lean too far backwards, you're going to injure your spine. So keeping a nice alignment, deep inhale, and exhale, reach your hands over to the left. Press your hips over to the right. Now notice how the body wants to fold forwards. Roll it backwards. Really open out that right shoulder. Pull it backwards. Beautiful. Breathing into it. And inhale up to center. And over to the right. Beautiful. Open that left shoulder now. Don't let the chest cave in. Open the shoulder. And you should feel it really strongly all the way up the side here. Beautiful. Breathe into it. And inhale up to center. Now we're going to go into a back bend. Hands in the same position. And it's really important now that you strongly engage the belly. So pull the belly in towards the spine and up underneath the rib cage. So it's really strong. Bring the weight into the balls of your feet. And then drop backwards. Palms together. Hips press forwards. Beautiful. Inhale up to center and exhale, bringing your hands down to the mat. Keep your palms together. Completely relax your head and your neck. Breathing into it. And then inhale, strongly engage the belly and come back up to standing. Turn your palms to face outwards and exhale slowly down, moving your hands through your auric field, connecting to here and now. Notice the sensations in your body. Beautiful. feel what you're feeling. We're going to move now into some standing balances. So when we're balancing, we need a drishti point. The drishti point is your single point of focus. So find a point that you can focus on completely. For me personally, I like to gaze at a point on the floor. It helps to stabilize me. But maybe you find something in your direct eye line that will stabilize you. The important thing is that all of your awareness is on that single point. So bring your weight now onto your left leg. Bring your right leg up. Interlink your hands underneath your right thigh. Firmly plant your left leg. Now make sure the hip doesn't fall out to the side. Keep lengthening so that you feel that beautiful alignment. Engage your right foot and keep your right leg active. Make sure you aren't leaning backwards or forwards. Come into a beautiful alignment. That's it. Find your focal point, breathe into it. And on your next inhale, extend your right leg. Keep the leg active, toes pulling back towards your hip. Breathing into it and release. Stay here. We're not going to drop the leg down to the mat just yet. So going to bring both hands to the inside of your right calf. And we're just going to hold here. Make sure again your hip isn't falling out. Make sure you're standing nice and strong. Keep gazing at that one point. Beautiful. Now hold the inside of your right heel. Take your left arm out to the side and perhaps you stay here. Or perhaps you extend the right leg. Beautiful. Come back to center. Again, bringing your hands through your calf, lengthening the spine. Keep the left leg nice and active. Stay with your drishti point. And then push your right foot away from your body. Bring it up towards your chest. And then bring it in, creating space in that hip. Beautiful. See if you can relax the right hip so there isn't tension in the right hip. Beautiful. Now bring the right heel and press it into the left thigh. Again, the hip is going to want to push out, so just make sure you're keeping the hip nice and straight. When you feel nice and strong, bring your palms together. Keep your belly active. Beautiful. Maybe taking your palms up and possibly opening with a beautiful big smile. Feel that beautiful divine connection, the freedom of connecting. And coming back and release. Oops. Elegantly release. And shake out your left foot. Good. Come to Tadasana. Feel what you're feeling. Notice what's happening through this left leg. Feel the sensations of being fully present. Because of course, when it comes to balancing postures, if we're not present, how can we focus to balance? So the minute you fall out of your posture, remember, you've fallen out of presence. You need to come back into presence to come back into balance. Weight on your right foot now. All of the weight on your right foot. Lift the left knee up, interlink your hands underneath the left thigh. Check that your hip isn't pushing out to the right now, that your body is nice and straight. Activate the left leg. Point the left toes up towards the left knee. Make sure you're not leaning forwards or backwards. Find your drishti point. Put all of your attention on that point. Beautiful. Deep breath in And as you exhale, extend your left leg and hold it there. Beautiful. Breathing into it. Allow yourself to be fully present. Keep reaching your spine up towards the ceiling or the sky. Breathing and release. Keep the leg here. Now bring both hands to the inside of the left calf and hold here. Check your posture, keep reaching upwards. Beautiful. Now bring your left hand to the inside of your left heel, and perhaps you stay here, or perhaps you take your arm out and extend the leg. Beautiful. And coming back and holding here again. Beautiful. Now push your foot away from your body, lift it up, and then bring it back into your chest. Beautiful. Now you can bring the left foot and press it, or the left heel and press it into the right thigh. See how the hip pushes out, so bring it back into alignment. Arms together. And maybe taking the hands up, possibly opening and release. Coming down and shake out the right foot, shake out the right leg. And come to Tadasana. Feel what you're feeling. Use the space between to integrate and assimilate, for the body to feel what it's feeling. Notice what comes up in the body, and notice what comes up in the mind. Feel that divine connection. And then take your feet about a leg distance apart. Tailbone tucks under, belly lightly engaged. Turn your right foot out and then bring the hips to face forward. Arms out to the sides. Shoulders relaxed, tailbone tucks under, belly engaged. Press your hips over to the left and come over to the right. Let your right hand rest in front of your right ankle. Open your chest and extend your arm up. Take your gaze up towards your fingertips. Keep rolling this left shoulder backwards so that we're opening the chest. Don't let your chest collapse. Beautiful. Take your arm over your ear. Breathing into it. And then bring both hands either side of your right foot. Turn your left foot to face your right and take one step closer. Hands alongside your foot, belly strongly engaged, and relaxing here. Softening, surrendering, breathing into it. And keep using the exhale. Bend your right leg, take your hand slightly in front of your right foot. Bring the weight onto the right foot, raise the left leg up, and then step it all the way back. Bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. Shoulders nice and strong, neck in line with your spine. You drop your left knee now down to the mat. And if it feels possible, coming down into lizard pose. Completely relaxing and softening, using the exhale. Beautiful. And then coming back up onto your hands. Now turn your right foot to face forwards. Straighten your left leg and come up onto your right toes. So this is our Russian dancer move. Bring your spine nice and straight. Good. Palms together. Find your drishti point, your focal point. Beautiful. Keep reaching up, staying beautifully focused. And then bring your right hand down to the mat. Reach up with your left arm and stretch all the way over to the right. Beautiful. And coming back up to center. Bring both hands to the inside of your right leg. Straighten both legs. Drop your chest down. Bring your head towards the mat. So you may want to tip your weight gently into the balls of your feet. Lift your tailbone up. Use your exhale. And then bring both hands to the front. Bring your right hand directly underneath your head. And raise your left arm up. Create space between your shoulders. And let your left arm fall even further back, opening the chest even more. Coming down. And walking your hands back over to your right foot. Step back to down dog. And dropping down onto your knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Strongly engage the belly. Bring your weight onto your right hand and your right knee. Raise your left arm up and open your chest, reaching back, gazing up. And release, coming back to center. Slide your right hand underneath your left arm. Drop your right shoulder, your right ear. Extend your left hand forwards. Feel that beautiful release in your shoulders. And come back to center. Again, strongly engage the belly. Make sure the shoulders are stacked above the wrists. And we're going to extend the right leg and the left arm. Breathing into it. And release. And then bend your right knee, lifting the leg up, using your left hand. Grab hold of the right foot. Let the belly drop down, the knee lift up. Beautiful. And release. Coming up. Bring the hands to the small of your back. Preparing for Ustrasana. Make sure hips stay in alignment with knees. Drop your head all the way back. And you can choose to stay here. Or you can bring your hands onto your ankles, coming into camel pose. But remember, you're getting no benefit here The hips need to be in line with, or the knees. Yeah, the hips need to be in line with the knees. Just getting all my body parts in order. Good. And hands into the small of your back. Drop down onto your heels, hands to your feet. Drop your head down. Let your shoulders slump forwards. And release. Breathing into it. Feel what you're feeling. Deeply connected to your body. Deeply connected to your divinity. Curling up, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders once again. Tuck your toes under. Straighten your legs. Press your heels down. And step your left foot between your palms. Turn to face forwards. Take your hands out to the side. Strongly engage your belly. Inhale and exhale, coming up. Now turn your left foot to face outwards. And bring the hips back to center. Deep breath in. And exhale, coming over. Left hand in front of left ankle. Right arm now facing upwards. Roll the right shoulder backwards. Take your gaze up. Feel that beautiful stretch. Breathing into it. Keep rolling the shoulder back, opening the chest. That's it. Beautiful. And then bring your hands down to the mat alongside your left foot. And step your right foot one step closer. Hands alongside your left foot. You may need to bend your knee. That's absolutely fine. Relax here. Breathing into it. With each exhale, softening just a tiny bit more. Surrendering to the pose. And then you can walk your hands slightly in front of your left foot. Raise your right leg up and step it all the way back. Coming down into a low lunge, keeping your knee off the mat. Both hands alongside your left foot now. Beautiful. Now, if it feels possible, dropping your right knee to the mat. And coming down into lizard pose, excuse me. Softening here. Deeply surrendering. Keep using the exhale. Good. And then coming up onto your hands, turn your left foot to face forwards. And coming up into our Russian dancer pose. Good. Bringing your hands into prayer. Find your drishti point. Allow yourself to be completely present, beautifully focused. That's it. And then bring your left hand down to the mat. Take your right arm over and reach all the way over. Beautiful. And bring both hands to the inside of your left knee. Straighten both legs. Lift your tailbone up and walk your hands through your legs, drawing the crown of your head down towards the mat. Shift the weight into the balls of your feet and lengthen your spine. Beautiful. Walk both hands forwards. Now bring your left hand underneath your face. Open to the right and raise your right arm all the way up. Beautiful. and back to center. Walk your hands across to your left foot. Step your left leg back to down dog. And just hang out here for a few seconds, a recovery posture. And then drop your knees to the mat. Sit back on your heels. Let your hands stretch forwards for a moment. Soften here. With your head resting down. Feel your divine connection, your connection to all that is. Feel your connection to God and whatever that means for you. Feel your freedom to choose how you connect to the divine, to all that is. And gently curling up. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then bring your weight onto your left hand, your left knee, and raise your right arm up, opening your chest. Good. Feel that beautiful opening. Reaching back with the right hand. And release. Inhale. And exhale, extend your left leg, hips nice and straight, and right arm. Belly strong. Stay active. And release. And then bend the left knee and bring it up to hip height. Keep your hips straight. Reach around. Use your right hand to grab your left foot. Drop your belly down. Lift your knee up. Open your chest. Beautiful. And release. Coming up onto your knees. Bring your hands to the small of your back. Press your hips forward. Drop your head back. Now you can stay here, or if you can keep your hips in line with your knees, take your hands back into full camel. Drop your head back. Lift your chest up. Breathe into it. And bring your hands to the small of your back. Come out of the posture. Sit back on your heels, take your knees apart, hands to your feet, and let your chest just fall down here. Use the exhale to soften, to surrender, to fully encompass what it means to be in your body, to fully experience freedom in your spirituality. Mark Nepo says, it is in the fullness of our attention to whatever is near that has the birds fly out of God's mouth. It is in the fullness of our attention to whatever is near that has the birds fly out of God's mouth. What an amazing, amazing thought. Whatever we give our full attention to, therein lies God. Therein is our spirituality. Therein we have the freedom to experience the divine. Very gently curling up. Beautiful. And now you can sit to the left of your feet. Preparing for the half spinal twist, bring your right foot over your left knee. Move your left foot out of the way so that both sitting bones are firmly on the mat. Right hand comes behind the back, left arm up. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Lift your chest up and take your gaze over your right shoulder. With each inhale, lift your chest up. And with each exhale, twist around, gazing even more over your right shoulder. Inhale up and exhale round. Inhale up and exhale round. Coming back to center, move your left foot parallel with your body, preparing for fire log pose. Right foot onto the left knee. Very, very gentle pressure on this right knee, spine remains straight. Feel the opening of your hips, breathing with awareness. Beautiful. And then tuck your left foot in towards your hip and bring your right foot all the way up your left thigh into half lotus. And relax forwards. Hands falling behind your back. Softening using your breath. And gently curling up. Beautiful. Bring your feet to the left of your buttocks now. Bring your left foot over your right knee. Move your right foot out of the way so that both buttocks are firmly planted into the mat. Spine is straight. Left hand comes behind your back. Right arm comes up and bring it in front of your knee. Lift your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Twist and gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, twist round, staying beautifully active in the pose. That's it. And come back to center. Move your right foot parallel to your body. Left foot comes on top of your right knee. The lightest pressure on this right knee, gently opening your hips. Using the breath to be here, present and connected. Beautiful. And then bring your right foot closer to your hip. Bring your left foot all the way up your right thigh. Hands alongside your body and very gently relaxing all the way down. Use the exhale. Soften into it. And gently curling back up. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Press them away from your body into diamond pose and relax all the way down. Relax your hips. Soften your chest. Deeply surrender and just allow whatever needs to release to come out now. Feel the freedom of surrendering fully and completely. Freedom of experiencing the divinity within you and around you. The freedom to know that there is no right or wrong way to be spiritual. To be spiritual is simply to find your way to connect with all that is. Feel that freedom now. And then on your next inhalation, gently roll all the way down onto your back into Shavasana, preparing for the final relaxation. Perhaps you are in another comfortable relaxation posture. If Shavasana isn't the most comfortable that you can be, perhaps you cover yourself with a blanket. Just allow yourself to be absolutely as comfortable and supported as you can be right now. You can give yourself permission to relax fully and completely, knowing that it is here in this space of deep relaxation that you are healed. I relax my feet. I relax my feet. My feet are relaxed. I relax calves and thighs. I relax calves and thighs. Calves and thighs are relaxed. I relax hips and buttocks, abdomen and chest. I relax hips and buttocks, abdomen and chest. Hips and buttocks, abdomen and chest. Relax. I relax hands and arms. I relax hands and arms. Hands and arms. Relax. I relax neck and shoulders. I relax neck and shoulders. Neck and shoulders. Relax. I relax face, eyes, nose, mouth, tongue. My face is relaxed. My entire body is relaxed, filled with peace. And in the space of deep relaxation and peace, I'm divinely connected to all that is. the moon and the stars, to the sun and the rain, to the earth and the sky. I am one with the wind and the waves. I feel my connection to all things, to everything that I can see and feel, to everything that I can sense and know. And there is deep peace in this connection. Beautiful satisfaction. Feeling the divinity in all that there is. Acknowledging the divinity within me. And I feel the beautiful peace within me. Peace all around me. Peace in all the world. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And very gently, you begin to bring awareness back into your body. Moving your fingers, moving your toes. Taking your arms above your head, having a beautiful stretch. And you can hug your knees to your chest, rocking gently side to side, and rocking all the way up, coming to Sukhasana, to easy pose. Bring your hands together, come to your heart center. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within guide your way on. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Namaste. May you have a beautiful